I use formal definition of herbal medicine that is regulation, which is all plants, maybe soups or medicine. Which means that there are no synthetic materials in the herbal medicine. So, good leaves, root, stem, root, no synthetic products. That's the definition of herbal medicine. Once you put extracts of plants, it does not qualify as herbal food supplement. Okay, so if you look at vitamins, look at herbal, look at centrum, look at pharmacon, they are not considered therapeutic vitamins. They are considered food supplements. If you look at them, you can see ginseng, other antioxidants. So, unlike, for example, herbal tea, you look at herbal tea, it contains vitamins, minerals, no other extracts inside. So that's the vitamin. But if you compare that with the others, there's no herbal or pharmacon, or in Thailand, geriatric pharmacon, or mga extra ginseng, mostly ginseng, very sometimes because ginseng is not a vitamin. It's an extra, it's a plant. So once it comes, it becomes mixed with those minerals, so that's considered multivitamin, that's food. So there are no scientific things. Well, that's the reason why I mentioned the conventional thing that no therapeutic ways. Once you do that, once you assume that, people think that it has no value. But there are values. In fact, if you look at WHO recommendation, WHO in 1987 supported the use of herbal medicine to give the people added value of medicinals from plants. And in fact, plants are the original sources of medicine. You look at pharmacology books, the original sources of medicine came from plants. So it doesn't, it is not logical to think that medicinal plants has no therapeutic possibility. It has therapeutic value, yet we have not tested it in a clinical experiment to qualify for the label therapeutic aid. Because therapeutic aid has gone through a series of experiments, human experiments, most of these have not been able to do it because it's so expensive. But if you look at the source of this information, especially traditional medicine, you will find that it has been there for almost 300 years or more. It has been in the folklore, traditional medicine, and it has gone through several generations of use, which, according to anecdotal reports over those generations, have given us information that it does work. But in the concept of clinical research, it was not done. So there is value on the plant over experimental. But scientifically it was not very good. Therefore, what do? You consider it as not therapeutic, but as therapeutic.
Based on your research, is there a big difference in using herbal plants or herbal medicine rather than using a synthetic medicine?
Yes, most of the time, synthetic medicines have a particular duration of use, and most of them are cleared by our kidneys, liver, and it take them for a long, long time without proper medical advice or supervision. They could be cancer. Hindi na yun na dialysis or hepatitis or mabilis. So it cannot depend on synthetic drugs, I think. In the same way also as medicine plants, not only medicine plants. If you look at other medicine plants, there are toxic things, but there are medicine plants which have been used for a long, long time as things to support nutrition and prevent disease that can be taken for a long, long time without side effects. Why? Because most synthetic drugs are concentrated. So therefore, the large concentration are almost always indicated to short duration use and too much long duration use will cause toxic effects. In contrast, medicinal plants those that are safe, when taken for a long, long time, generally do not produce side effects because the margin of safety, they are not concentrated as medicinal plants because the margin of safety is very wide. So, I'll give you an example. Ang palaya is in one. If you take 10 kilos of ampalaya in one city, what will happen to you? It's going to be detrimental because there's so much chemicals in the ampalaya that probably cause some form of gastric irritation. Although that was a side effect. But that's too much. That probably is equivalent to the capsule of synthetic. But we eat ampalaya. We only eat a fruit of ampalaya for the individual, and that's a very small amount of the fruit. Therefore, in its natural form, we are on the low side of the spectrum of dose. If I say, I will take ampalaya extra and put it in a capsule, that's the problem. And by definition, that's no longer herbal plant, herbal medicine. So, which is safe? The fruit, the whole plant, kaya ang herbal medicine and herbal plants, I need to say, this is a concentrate, not synthetics. Kasi ang baba ng amount nila. And you take it for a long time. That's why it's called concentrate. You're not taking enough nutrients and other things. From your daily diet, you probably eat hamburger 3 times a day. So what do? You don't have any vegetables. So you take what's it doing? To put back things that you should have been eating. Okay? So that's medicinal. Kasi akala nila sa medicinal plant, ang gamot eh. Hindi, ang consideration mo sa medicinal plant, prevents. At kung meron ka ng sakit, magpa-doktor ka na, magpagamot ka na, i-register ka na doktor. Pag wala ka ng sakit, mag-maintain ka na ng food security. Or, herbal medicine. Yes, it's good for prevention. Tsaka meron ka ng sakit, pero not as bad, it's not in the worst scale. But you can still use them. Meron ka magagawa, pero kung grabe na, wala ka na magagawa kaya of course, that's why we have to talk. The Philippine Institute is created by law. And therefore, it not only encourages us, it imposes us, and use of the
Nowadays, in the Philippines, varieties of herbal medicine and herbal supplements are available, but if you're on the website,
we should read the label and determine and learn or examine or ask what those ingredients are if we are not familiar with them. Okay? So we should just take the word of God. So, factor. This is kidney pills. Ito naman yun. Oo. Kung sabihin sa akin kidney pills, ano naman yan? Urine. Sorry, I have to know the label. Read the label. But not, Filipinos generally do not read labels.
Yes.
Even signs. There's so many signs. Look at the roads. So many signs. You don't even read them. They're fun to put in signs that you don't read. Laser signs, laser labels, be educated. Empower the public to know.
Okay na.
Sir?
Thank you po.